Hey everyone, welcome back. Now I've just started this menu because we're going to give this another try. I've been wandering around the game. This one I need to be a level 3 mesmerizer, and I can only do that if I evolve. But the problem is that if I want to do that, I'd rather get all my side missions and other things done first before we go and do that. Excuse me. Now, I will go and do that. However, look, this guy, I don't mind if things happen to him. It's not the greatest thing in the world, not the worst thing. It's about finding some documents, and frankly, I'm not so worried about that. I'm at the place of these two investigations. One of them convinced someone to go back in town, which would be interesting. Another one is trying to find a disciple, dead or alive. After that, we're going to head back down to Pembroke. And there's a few different there's some dialogue we need to go through. And I'll explain that and I'll show you what I'm talking about afterwards. Then we'll evolve, and then we'll go down and confront Sean Hampton. Yes, Aqua, yeah. Okay. Let's try this. Again.
Shouldn't you go back home, where you'll be safe?
Maybe later. But for now, I need to talk to my husband at the cemetery, Mr. Reed.
Seriously? Okay, so we have to somehow convince her. Oh, fantastic. Screw that. Let's try this one.
This man's far too old to be Samuel. No. By the look of his clothes, this man's a docker. Samuel isn't here. I had better follow the blood trail.
We'll start looking for a skull then. I would imagine.
As I feared, Samuel no longer preaches the good word.
I was 16, this shouldn't be too much of a worry. Okay. Business. So he tried to help a person and it turned into a skull. Fantastic. Oh no. Oh, I can't be bothered to read it all. Okay. No? Oh god, I'm probably getting... Yep, I've gotten lost already. That's just fantastic. So, oh, the bloody... Oh, hang on. We got through here. Jesus. Another one. Oh, come on, turn around, you bastard. Thank you. Okay, better. Ah, finally. I'm going the right way, roughly.
Shouldn't you go back home, where you'll be...
Maybe later.
No, I can't do that. In distress. I don't know.
Shouldn't you go back home?
Maybe later.
No, we can't. Yeah. Do we have to mesmerize her or something? I've really got no idea. Alright, maybe we have to mesmerize her. Alright. Well, in that case, we'll have to leave you till we evolve. Okay. Okay. Oh, well. What's the quickest bloody way? There isn't really a quick way into Whitechapel, is there? God. Actually, that's not too bad. I wish you could fast travel in this game. It would be a hell of a lot simpler. There really are times I truly wish you could fast travel. Oh, fuck. What the hell are you loading for? Getting cut out on me off screen, I was really pissed off with it. It's not that I turned my PS4 off last night just to give it a break. Some sort of lag on it really annoys me. It's like you're not supposed to sprint all the time. How do you expect me to move around quickly? That's what I ask. Okay. Recover, 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 recover. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Okay, let's keep... Oh, hang on. Then, nope. Oh, no, whoop, it's up here. I go up here, up here. Ah, there he is.
You are blinded by your false stump.
Not yet, we're not.
Good evening, Mr. Whittaker.
It's Father Whittaker, my son. So, are you still lost in your rational delusions?
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
If you propagate the devil's work, you'll perish by the devil's work. Such is the law of the Lord.
Right, that's not what we asked, but anyway.
I have found Samuel, your disciple. I am afraid I have bad news.
I already expected the worst. He should already have come back. He is dead, isn't he?
Yes, he is now. The epidemic took him.
Samuel steadily made donations to our cause. He would have rewarded you himself if you'd found me in that awful cemetery. Please accept this money.
Why did you send Samuel to the cemetery, Tobias? What did you see there?
I sent him on a vision. A dream of a dreadful and laughing queen covered with blood, sleeping with the dead and feeding on the fear of the dying.
Tell me
laughing
more.
Queen dressed in blood. Tell me more.
This epidemic is her feast, the announcement of our return. Against her, science is no more than a child's toy.
But who is she?
She is the mother of harlots and abomination of the earth. She is Babylon, drunk on the blood of the saints.
Why did you send Sam?
I sent him on a...
You sent a man to die because of a stupid vision. I have heard enough of your nonsense. Goodbye.
No, that's... Oh, we didn't mean to...
Good evening, Mr.
His father.
Didn't mean to do that.
Your disciple, Samuel, stole from the dead in Stonebridge Cemetery. I have proof of his crime and proof of his death.
No! Samuel was the best of us. So devoted, so zealous. He gave all he had for the cause. He tirelessly preached the good word.
Really?
He defiled the dead with his petty thefts. That's how he financed your misguided crusade.
Think what you will. When this city is saved, he will be praised for his devoted fortitude. He walked boldly into the mouth of abomination.
Right.
Your precious Samuel used you. He was an immoral crook.
If that's true, then he will be my burden to bear during this endless night.
Fair enough.
Tobias Whitaker, confess why you burnt those people alive.
I have done what no one was ready to do. I will smite the flesh of the unclean to protect the righteous.
Huh.
You are just another heartless murderer, exploiting the epidemic to kill with impunity.
No! No. The only way to contain the spread is to strike at the source itself. The proliferating sick.
You're not the savior of London. You're just a glorified sadist.
I take no pleasure in this awful cleansing, Dr. Reed. I am only driven by the thousands of innocents I save each night.
Okay.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Gave me a glass of oxygen. Gave me a bottle, and now
Good evening, Mr.
His father.
There was something else.
What do you mean?
Also
Quite a
well, you.
What do you...
Also
Quite a judge...
well, you.
Well,
As a
what do you...
the beat.
Really?
We must
Was it...
cleanse.
Tell me to...
God will
Purification...
You're that.
Your man,
My
Joseph.
Vicar.
No. Okay.
I have heard enough for tonight.
I thought there was something else there, but anyway. Right. That's just gonna... We're gonna have to use Mesmerize, level 3, so I'll have to wait till we've evolved for that. Okay. Now... Oh yes, that's right. No. Using the wrong tab, aren't I? That's fantastic. Okay. So... No, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, Swansea. There's up along the way. Gotta speak to Corker and Tippets. Pause the video if you want to read that a bit further. Speak to Wave the Ackroyd as well. And Rakesh Chadana. Also the fact that we're gonna have a bit of extra dialogue with Lady Ashbury, so yeah.
would you like me to lie here?
The walls of your home will not protect you.
Once we've done that, we should be all good to rest and evolve. Assuming we don't get any more puzzles and everything along the way. They probably have around 4,000, I'd imagine. which is a fair amount of XP. It's not enormous, but I have a fair idea of what I'm going to spend it on, so that's important. Okay, because most of it being one area, just walk slowly so we can just save. Good. Oh. No. Where's Rakesh gone? Let's chat with him.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again. Tell me the truth about your appointment as a medic during the war, Rakesh. The regiment administration appointed me by mistake. I had to learn the job on the spot, sir. Very hard, sir, but I rose to the challenge. You can't impersonate a doctor. You can't improvise a medical education. People could die at your hands. You're absolutely right, sir. But as a field surgeon, it was more like being a butcher. Do you believe you have really helped these people? My ratings were within the averages of the regiment. I saved lives, Dr. Reed. Does that not say enough about triage and war surgery?
Not always.
Do you realize how many soldiers died because of that decision? You should have refused. Yes, sir. I swear I did, sir. But no one listened. When the first wounded arrived, I had to do what I could. It is an unbelievable story, Mr. Chidana. It was a time beyond belief, Dr. Reed. But I'm happy not to deal with the wounded. I prefer caring for the dead now.
An honest answer. Can't blame him for that.
Can you tell me anything about recent events in the hospital? Oh, goodness me. This whole story is such a shame, sir. I have no idea how it happened. What are you talking about? Poor Miss Jones. Her body is missing. Someone stole it. Miss Jones's body has gone missing? Yes. The body was brought here this morning, and now it's gone. Who could have stolen a corpse? That's exactly what I asked myself for the whole day. Who could do such a thing? These are terrible and shameful times, Dr. Reed. Please show me. Of course.
Doesn't have what I'm looking for? Never mind.
I cannot enter.
Okay, fair enough. Can't go in here though. No trail, no nothing. Okay.
You always knew the words to call the children.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Ah,
What do you think of Dr. Tippett's opinion of your promotion, Waverley?
Tippett is a good practitioner. Maybe just a little too attached to his prestigious position in Pembroke Hospital.
Really? That's exactly his diagnosis of you. A little too eager to get promoted? A little bit too proud?
He has the right to think so. But I deserve this promotion. And I don't consider it anything but well earned.
I suppose he's right.
What What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Nothing like this would have happened if we'd had enough staff and proper shifts.
So you don't think the blame is ours?
We all hold fast here, Dr. Reed. Our methods may differ, but we are all trying to make a difference.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Okay. Where's Tippett's gone? Ah, there he is.
Good evening, Dr. Timmons.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
That depends.
Can you tell me anything about the recent commotion in the hospital?
It's a tragedy, pure and simple. The hospital is meant to be a safe haven to all. We failed the people who trusted us with their care.
Do you think I should not have brought Mr. Hampton back here?
It's not your fault. You rescued that poor soul. It was the Christian thing to do. But we should have noticed his instability.
Goodbye, Dr. Timmons.
I thought there was a hit in it. Strange. Ackroyd. Ah, okay, right. Let's go and have a look at the at that scene. I'm curious.
Time has lost its effect on me.
What on earth happened here?
Let's follow the trail.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening.
Can you tell me anything about recent events at the hospital?
Before the shouts and the noises, I think I heard whispers coming from the stairs. 2 voices, maybe more.
Did you recognize the voices? What did they say?
I couldn't hear. Sounded like they were arguing or something.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Damn. The pain. Here again.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Everybody's afraid. Death has always been a frequent visitor. But murder? How can we cope with that?
As a nurse at this hospital, it is your duty to deal with these things as best you can.
Yeah. Until it's my turn to have blood spread all over the walls. I entered the room first, Dr. Reed. I've seen what that monster did to the woman.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Now, did she see anything?
Good evening, Miss.
I need blood.
Is there anything you can tell me about the recent commotion here?
Many things can happen under cover of night, Dr. Reed. But I took no part in this massacre.
But did you see or hear anything?
I can't say I did. But the smell of fresh blood almost made me faint, Doctor.
I'll leave you, Mr.
Let's talk to this nurse.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
What can you tell me?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones in her room, then ran away.
And did you see all this?
No, I was working by the tents when it all happened. I only entered the room when they asked me to clean up the blood.
Did you see Sean Hampton leave the hospital?
I think I saw a silhouette exiting the hospital gates after the shouting started. At first I thought it was someone who was just scared, but well, maybe it was him.
Ah,
Where is Miss Jones's body?
I don't know. I'd imagine the morgue. It all happened so quickly.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
interesting. But
Oh, Jonathan. I cannot believe my eyes. Poor woman. Butchered by some savage scalp.
Yes, and I'm afraid I'm at least partially responsible. The man, the scowl, I brought him here.
Jonathan, how could you say such a thing?
Forgive me if I feel despondent, for there seems to be no end to the suffering and death that surrounds us.
I'm always here for you, Jonathan.
I have experienced a certain difficulty when faced with holy symbols or trying to enter religious buildings. Have you?
Now that's quite a question. I don't know why, but yes, it has happened to me.
Aren't you frightened?
Very little scares me, my dear. To be compelled to avoid symbols of faith does not concern me.
Is this a sign? The hand of God in action? Are we repellent unto heaven?
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens of science.
yeah, philosophical.
What do you know of Ascalon? I was threatened by a creature, a vampire in Whitechapel, stating I had to obey the law of conduct.
What more can you tell me about him?
He was bigger than a man, huge in fact. He seemed to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
What is Ascalon?
The Ascalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain and exert tremendous influence. Take my advice and stay well away.
Ah, a vampire club.
Have you embraced this woman, like the other patient, this Mr. Renfield?
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her. I vowed a very long time ago that I would never take another life, unless they asked.
Is there sufficient vitality in the blood of the sick and dying patients?
Yes, Jonathan. The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour. Frankly, I'm starving.
Temptation surrounds us. Rich, vital. How can you resist?
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though I still thirst for more, I restrain myself.
Interesting.
Thank you, my lady. I hope to see you again soon.
Nothing to say if there's any, clues. Doesn't look like it. Oh well. Right, let's evolve. Just double check something. Do we have... No. Let's get another one for migraine. Pneumonia, sepsis. Yeah, never mind those. Okay, let's evolve. %. Okay. 400%. No. 10. Blood. Recovery, healing. You trade health for a greater generation. Cost and gain additional boost. I might leave it the way it is. I don't even use those at the moment. Let's see what these are. Go on. get the ultimate one. And stamina 1000. Yeah, do another health. Yep. God damn it. Thousand. Is this up 600? Okay, that sucks. Oh. Ah. Excellent. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Healthy! Thank God for that. Stable, good. How the hell is it serious? Oh, okay, because some fatigue. Okay. Well, we can deal with that. 66%, my God. I regret convincing. Well, that had to be dealt with, otherwise things would have been a hell of a lot worse. Stable. Yeah, well, I'd change that badly, frankly. At least that's healthy. Cold. That can be cured. Migraine. Fatigue. It's all just fatigue, isn't it? That's not too bad, actually. Good, that's dealt. Well, we don't even have any vanilla citizens yet, so... Finally, healthy! Vince to go back to Whitechapel. 16? Does that mean what I think it means? That we have only level 2. Okay, yeah, that's a shame. Alright. Well, time does not permit us to unfortunately go down there. So, next time I will give it one more attempt, otherwise I will have to wait for Mesmerize. I will off screen as well cure as many of those people as I can. And yeah, then we will meet. In fact, you know what, off screen I'm actually just going to try and get it to go back. If I can, I'll explain how I did it. If not, we'll wait for Mesmerize. Otherwise, I will catch you at the docks, so we can do the next mission. See you then.